So I spent seven real American dollars to watch the Blink-182 Alien movie. I'm one of dozens, possibly hundreds that did this. You let me down, Tom DeLonge. Nobody's gonna watch it anyway. So it's like, it's not bad enough to be fun. Which is what I was hoping for. I was hoping for Battlefield Earth, Don't Worry Darling, or any of those Christian movies that what's his name from Growing Pains farts out every year. I was hoping for that, like so bad that it's like awesome. Like in recent memory, we had Moonshot on HBO with the girl from All the Boys I've Loved Before and the kid from Riverdale, and it's Moonshot, but they're going to Mars. That movie was incredible, and it like broke my heart that movie left HBO. Masterpiece of insanity. This movie, Monsters of California, it was just like a cheap movie. Honestly, the scale of everything kind of matched itself. The quality of the writing matched the quality of the everything else, which is to say it wasn't good and it didn't really make a lot of sense, but by most definitions, it was a story. It had characters in a beginning, middle, and end, and it was admittedly a very long movie, but this isn't one of those like diamond in the rough, you should see it kind of situations, and obviously the trailer or the lack of marketing or something allowed people to not bother with it. And that's not going to change. So I've made peace with the fact that I spent $7 on. Actually, made me laugh because on Amazon I could spend $7 for standard def. I could spend $7 for high def. I could spend $7 for 4K UHD high dynamic range. So obviously your boy went for it, even though I was on a 1080p panel and Amazon made fun of me. Maybe I'll put it up on my color grading monitor. I won't. There's no point. Maybe it's worth me doing a thing where I break it down on my chart and try to rewrite it to make it make sense and make it like narratively satisfying. But there's so many things going on that at what point does it become a completely different movie entirely? As far as the movie, I was hoping for a crazier Tom DeLonge. I grew up listening to Blink-182, but when I think of Tom DeLonge, I think of the Tom DeLonge that showed up at a Joe Rogan podcast a few years ago where he was just doing his thing and it was what it was. And more importantly, I remember like a few episodes later, Joe was hanging out with, I think, Tom Segura, but it might have been one of his other comedian friends. And they were joking, or they were laughing about how Kanye West has crazy eyes because he genuinely believes what he believes. And Joe pointed out that the person with the craziest eyes he's interviewed is Tom DeLonge because he is definitely 100% committed to this. I was hoping for that version of Tom DeLonge. I was hoping for the Tom DeLonge that is so unhinged, some sort of crazy, maybe too artistic to be commercial, just completely out there alien movie. And we got sort of just like a Scooby-Doo Lifetime movie that was produced by Chicken Soup for the Soul, which I think is a Christian company. It had the swearing of South Park, but the tone of like a Lifetime movie. It was very boring and very long. That's what's so frustrating. When I'm reading scripts, one of the things I say is, you can tell by the first page, the first two pages, whether or not it's going to get better. And if you're already having that feeling, the answer is no, it's only going to get worse, so don't bother. This movie was that, obviously. I feel like it was a big whiff for me. I genuinely spent my day watching this movie and thinking about this movie and trying to make a video about this movie, but at the end of the day, it's just, there's nothing there. When you're mentally interacting with something, that's when you have notes. That's when you have an idea. And this movie did not do that. Maybe, okay, Tom DeLonge is a director. Is he going to make another one of these? I'd be surprised. It's not one of those things where this movie displaced anything. Most of the movies that I sort of interact with or care about are meant to be commercial. They're meant to be Hollywood or independent or something. So the idea is they're supposed to speak to a specific audience, but with these kind of movies, the audience is built in. It's the same reason I don't go anywhere near like faith-based films, because there's no point. They're not meant to be outreaching and interacting with regular people. They're meant to serve a need to a community that is inherently going to buy it or pay for it or watch it already. Like the actual final product is such a less relevant part of. But obviously Tom DeLonge paid for this. Chicken Soup for the Soul probably paid for this. So this movie wasn't instead of something else. Some other writer director didn't miss out on a movie because this movie was getting made. That's the whole thing. And that's usually what upsets me the most is, usually it's a Hollywood blockbuster that is just clearly mishandled for reasons, and it falls on his face, and everybody's like, or not everybody, but the studios are like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. And you go, well, the world understood that was going to happen. And it's too bad, because if you took the budget of that movie, you could have given shots to writers and directors who could have made incredible stuff, and none of that is happening here in this kind of thing. So I don't even know. I guess good luck to Tom DeLonge. The fact that he is Tom DeLonge of Blink-182 and the musical score is what it was, bad job. Bad job. Bigfoot pees into the mouth of the stoner kid. Is it a gag? Is it a bit? I genuinely don't know. Catch you next time, I guess.